Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you my monthly favorites for June 2025. So, how has everybody's June gone? As always, I love hearing what you guys get up to any given month. I don't care what it is. Anything that gives your life great joy, share with me down below. It can be music, movies, television, video games, hobbies, vacations. I don't care what it is. If you had something fun and exciting that's important to you, or share with me down below. Never be ashamed of the things that you enjoy. So yeah, the month of June. As always, I feel like I just don't really have too terribly much to talk about. I just feel so dull and boring half the time. But yeah, I have a few little random things I'd like to get out there, I suppose. Yeah, let me tell y'all something for starters going into this video. Oh my God. I woke up this morning and it was a rough morning. Okay, it's been a rough morning. About a week ago, I kid you not, about a week ago, I was doing something and I think I must have strained or pulled a muscle or something, but like my entire, like, this side of my neck, over here, this side of my neck, and then kind of going through that side of the back of my shoulder, and it's even starting to kind of go up like behind my ear now at this point. Like this entire side of me, I don't know what the hell I did, you guys, but I think I pulled a muscle, strained a muscle, did something. But like I said, it's been a week and I am still in like pretty agonizing pain. I am not joking. I know I'm sitting here looking like I'm hyper and chipper and happy, but boy oh boy, I'm in quite a bit of pain right now. I doped myself up with some Advil before starting to film. Yeah, I am just in such pain, you guys. I'm just getting old. Okay, I've boiled it down to the fact I am just getting old and I can't do certain things anymore. And yeah, now I'm suffering. I feel like I'm suffering as a result. Oh, but yeah, I had a rough morning this today, you guys. Prior to filming, I wasn't sure if I was even going to film today because my entire side over here was just, I was in agonizing pain, and I was like, dear God. So yeah, like I said, I doped myself up with some Advil, and hopefully I think it's kicking in. I think it's kicking in because I am starting to feel a little better. But yeah, I'm still not feeling too good. Like any big movements that I'm doing, you know what? Actually, big movements are kind of helping here because I'm kind of exercising. I'm working the kinks out back here. Oh my God, seriously, I'm getting old, you guys. God help me. Okay, so other than that, with my old achy problems, let's see some fun things that I got up to here in the month of June. First of all, can we start off with that trailer that Netflix released for Guillermo del Toro's upcoming Frankenstein adaptation? My freaking God, I am excited. I am beyond excited. Yeah, if you have no idea, I believe it was this month. I believe it was, but you know, I should have looked back at the date. I believe it was like early this month of June. Netflix released a trailer for a new TV show that's coming out. I believe maybe October, November, something like that. And it's going to be an adaptation of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and directed by Guillermo del Toro. Yeah, guys. Yes. Hallelujah. You know what? Did I say TV show? I think I meant movie. Swipe that. I think it's supposed to be a movie, not a TV show. But oh my God. You know, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, it's not really one of my favorite classics. When I did read it, I liked it and enjoyed it. I read it the one time, I was fine. You know, I got my experience with it. But yeah, I do like the aesthetics of Frankenstein, you know, and kind of that gothic atmosphere and the themes and messages that it's conveying. So it's like, I like all of that about the tale of Victor Frankenstein, you know, and the creation of the monster. But yeah, I seriously, the trailer, if you've not seen the trailer for Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, go check it out. Like I said, it's on Netflix. It's coming out sometime here at the end of the year. It looks very promising, and it definitely has those nice vibes. You know, if you love and enjoy Guillermo del Toro's other movies, I think this is definitely going to appeal to you, hopefully, because I'm definitely getting those vibes of like Crimson Peak and Pan's Labyrinth. So hopefully it's promising, you guys. I'm crossing my fingers. Guillermo del Toro, don't do Frankenstein wrong. And it looks like it's going to be pretty faithful to the book as well, because, you know, a lot of times when people do adaptations, whether that's movies or TV or books or whatever, a lot of times when people do adaptations of Frankenstein, it's like they kind of do their own crazy twist and spin on it, and sometimes it works, but a lot of times it kind of really doesn't. So for me, kind of judging off what the trailer is giving off, it looks like Guillermo del Toro is really sticking pretty closely to Mary Shelley's original book. Obviously, yeah, throwing in some additional kind of things here and there, which is perfectly fine, but at the same time, I think retaining that core essence of what makes the book so good and such a good horror classic. Anybody else excited for Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein coming out at the end of the year? Oh my god, you can bet I am definitely going to do a review on that when it comes out. And perhaps the biggest thing that I have been doing here in the month of June, I have been binging my way through Ted Lasso. You guys, Ted Lasso, if you have no idea, Ted Lasso is a Apple Plus exclusive TV series, and it ran for like 3 seasons. It stars Jason Sudeikis in the lead role of Ted Lasso, and what the show is about, it's about the character of Ted Lasso, who he was an American football coach, but he gets recruited over to England to be a British football coach, which over there, you know, for us we call that soccer, but over there they call it football. So I have been hearing so much about Ted Lasso since it came out, because I believe that first season came out way back in 2020, and just I have always heard nonstop nothing but good things about this show, and I just never kind of understood it or got it, because for starters, it's a contemporary sports show. Like I said, it's about British football, and I am just not a sports person whatsoever, so I just never understood the hype, because that sort of thing just doesn't appeal to me. But at the same time, though, I just kept hearing nothing but good things about the show. That and a big thing that was sticking out for me about people talking about Ted Lasso is that it's more than just a sports TV show. You know, it's very heavy with like character development and plot development, you know, and the sports aspect of it is actually kind of much more minor in some ways. So that's what really kind of I was gravitating towards, was kind of the more plot and character heavy focus, with sports more in the background, you know. So like I said, here in the month of June, I've spent a couple weeks binging my way through all 3 seasons of Ted Lasso, and I gotta say, wow. Incredible. I'm kind of speechless about it, to be quite honest. I am seriously considering doing a full-blown review, like a series review on the show as a whole, because that's how much I enjoyed it, and there's just so much I want to get out and say. Seriously, this show, if you have any vague interest in watching Ted Lasso, I definitely highly recommend it. It is a comedy show, and that's another thing, that because comedies are really hit or miss for me, but this is the type of comedy that I really like. It's really clever, original humor, and it never gets overly silly, you know. The humor is never overly silly or over the top or anything. There's something about the humor that's really human and realistic that I think a lot of people can relate to, you know, and it's just raw with its humor. Yeah, and even though it is a comedy show, when it does have moments that are really serious or take serious turns, wow, you're going to be crying your eyes out, because I have already cried my eyes out while watching the show a couple times. I kid you not. I didn't expect to cry on a comedy series about British football, okay? But yeah, I'm not really going to get too much into Ted Lasso right now, because like I said, I'm seriously considering doing like a full series review on the show. But yeah, anybody else watch Ted Lasso, or do you have a vague interest in watching it? Seriously, one of the best things I've watched this year in 2025, and yeah, I've watched quite a number of really good things, but yeah, this is definitely pretty high up on my list of like favorite shows that I've watched, even though it's old at this point, because I think it ended, I think that final season ended back in 2023. But yeah, seriously, wow, Ted Lasso, what a show. And the character of Roy Kent, You guys, the character of Roy Kent is my everything, my god. Okay, and I just want to end this video with some quick merchandise that I got at Barnes & Noble. I did go to Barnes & Noble and I did purchase books, but here's the thing. Barnes & Noble had this whole section that was full of nothing but Pride and Prejudice merchandise. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. So I went a little nutty at Barnes & Noble and got me all these cute, adorable Pride and Prejudice themed merch. The first thing I got is this little, I guess you would call it a book sleeve. I think that's what these are being called. They've been really popular here over the last couple years. It's how it sounds. This is to put your book in to protect your book, especially if you're traveling, if you're out and maybe there's some rain. You don't want your book to get rained on, you know. So yeah, you just open it. You just open it, and you know, you slide your book right on in there. This is actually the third one of these that I own, because a couple Christmases ago my sister bought me like 2 of these. So yeah, now I have this third one to add to my little mini collection of book sleeves, book bags, if you will. But yeah, this one's really cute. Like I said, Pride and Prejudice themed, and plus it has cats. Oh my god, with a Regency woman cat, lady cat, however, and yeah, all the pictures up there are cats in Regency clothes. So yeah, I thought this was really cute. And then I also got this cute little notepad. It says Pride and Prejudice there on the top with the little horse and carriage down there. And it's just, like I said, it's just some notepad, a traditional notepad over here. Nothing too overly fancy with it, but I thought it was really cute. You got like your Regency gentleman up here and then like a lady down here. I'm not sure how well that's shown up, but you know, I can always use just random pieces of paper in my life. I'm sure I'll use this somewhere. And the last thing that I bought that was Pride and Prejudice related, this is really embarrassing right here. It's Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth Bennet socks. You guys, yes, socks that go on your feet. I haven't taken them out of the box yet because my sister is away and I'm waiting to show her this box, because I think this box looks just more creepy with the socks here actually in the box. You know, these weird looking faces. But yeah, if you want to know what the socks look like, here on the back of the box they do have what they're going to look like on your feet. But yeah, I definitely got these as just a crack gift for myself. Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth Bennet will forever just be on my feet now. Oh Lord, this is probably the weirdest thing I own in my house. So you guys, that is it for the things that I enjoyed in the month of June. In the comments below, like I said, share with me the things that you guys enjoyed, the things that you got up to. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.